Figured since we had more of the deer that I'd shoot another video of them of their feeding with it, since people seem to enjoy these a lot. I feed what's called the BARF diet, BARF being an acronym for biologically appropriate raw foods. It's a raw feeding protocol that was developed by veterinarian Ian Billinghurst to address some of the modern skeletal diseases and other problems plaguing dogs because of a nutritionally deficient, overly processed diet. I've been feeding this way for over 20 years and have had nothing but success with it, which is why I make these videos and share it with you. You just get stung again, Badge, you just don't learn. I've got over 30 years experience working with dogs, but don't take my word for this stuff that you see on the channel. I always recommend you do your research. I don't pass myself off as any kind of authority on canine nutrition, training, or anything else on this channel. I just have a lot of experience working with dogs, and I'm sharing that with you and explaining why I do it this way, and it's up to you to decide if there's any merit to it or not. As I often say, too many people on the internet try to portray themselves as authority and figures on topics they have no business doing so. I'm not one of those people. While I do have a lot of experience with dogs, I always recommend you do your research. That's Toki and Winter having a little squabble over the food, and then just gave her a kiss back. Badge is telling Winter to cut it out. That's why she mounted her there. Again, the older dogs are teaching the younger dogs what's appropriate behavior in this type of setting, which is why we do this. Again, this is all canine communication. This is how dogs talk and communicate. It's Toki telling Lobo that's his piece. People often misinterpret these interactions between dogs as being a fight, or one dog being a jerk or being aggressive. That's not the case. This is, again, how they communicate. Thank you, Mr. Kratos, for the kiss. Have Kratos here now doing like his dad, trying to get petted. Kurgan giving Badge a little growl there because she's chewing on his piece, but he's still allowing her to do it. Again, I always enjoy watching the interaction between the dogs. Thanks. No, I don't want any deer kisses. That plastic bottle you see underneath the orange thing there isn't trash. That's their favorite toy. You know, I always enjoy watching the pack interplay. Again, we've got a yard with 5 unneutered males and 3 intact females. Knock it off. Knock it off. Knock it off. Knock it off. Hey, knock it off. Now again, this is mock fighting. It's not real. This isn't real fighting. These are just the dogs posturing. Again, you see there's no cuts on Badge. There's no cuts on Kratos. It's just a 12-month-old brother and sister squabbling over food. Just like you saw with Toki and Winter. Sibling rivalry. But you saw how I handled that. I didn't go in immediately and separate them again because I can tell the difference between a mock fight and a real fight. I let them work some of that stuff out. Toki's saying that's his. He's starting to try to establish himself. And again, because he's the younger pup, Kurgan let him do it where he wouldn't let Kratos or Honey Badger do that. But as Toki gets older, you'll start to see some of that change, and some of the older dogs starting to put him in check. You can see though, he's got a very alpha personality. There's a good chance in the future that he could end up being an alpha. Now I show you all this stuff to show you what pack interaction is really like. Oh boy, you done squabbling with your sister? There you get to see how I handle those situations. Just like in the past where I've shown with my bulldogs, Wrecker and Magi, may she rest in peace, when they would have those squabbles at around the same age in my videos. You're seeing the same thing with both my brothers and sisters here. Both Winter and Toki had a little squabble, and so did Badge and your brother Kratos. Again, it's all posturing and mock fighting. And it's again used to help establish and develop a pecking order. And it's by putting these dogs in these stressful situations here in these group feedings with this high value food around that they interact much better when we come across aggressive or poorly socialized dogs on our walks. Again, that's not wishful thinking on my part. I literally have hundreds of videos on my channel showing that and the benefits of this. And you can see there's nothing wrong with Kratos or Badge. It's just a lot of bitching. A lot of bitching and posturing. And everyone's back to being relaxed and peaceful. Again, those are wasps. It's just this time of year in Minnesota, we get a lot of them. August and September. They're probably so active this time of year because they're getting ready for hibernating through the winter, I would speculate. Again, I'm just speculating though. And that plastic jug you see underneath there is one of Lobo's favorite toys. They have all these toys around the yard, but my dogs would rather play with empty plastic jugs, go figure. Give you a shot of these two from above. You can see Kratos here at 12 months is getting close to being Kurgan's size. He may well be as big or bigger than Kurgan when he's done. He's still got 2 years of developing to do, we'll see. Structurally, I like him better than Kurgan. Kurgan's structured more like a wolf dog. Where I think Kratos has the best of both. I always like to touch and handle my dogs when they're eating. It teaches them not to be food aggressive. What's your obligatory belly rub there, Ulu? Thanks for watching. Check out our merch store down below. I really appreciate all your support.